You're listening to the Grooverider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM.
Just locked on, you're listening to Grooverider on Rider Radio here on Radio 1. We just played Skyline, and you know, I've got to be honest with you, over the last month, that's got to be in my top 3 tunes without a doubt. I reckon that's going to be topping, definitely in my top tunes of the year at the end of the year. Hurt Me. And the man behind that tune is in the studio with me tonight. I'm very honoured to welcome Mr. Blame.
How you
Good
doing,
evening,
Groove?
sir.
How you doing, mate?
Not too bad, man.
Good to be here.
Oh my days, Blame. Forget about Good to Be Here. That tune has got me.
Oh, wicked.
What the hell was you thinking of when you made that, sir?
You know what? That's one of the ones that came easily. I've been struggling for the last couple of years, really spending a month on a tune.
Yeah.
You know, really trying to hammer out what's going on. You know, lately I've just been thinking, you know what, 3 days on a tune, roll it out, go with the vibe, and this is what's coming out.
Oh my days, Blame. I've got to be honest with you, the last 8-9 tunes that you've made have absolutely been tearing down the place. I don't know what's going on with you.
I've just been enjoying the music, loving what I'm doing, and that's what's been happening. So,
you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of the titles, and I could go in my box and pull out about 7 of your tunes, and I'm not even being funny about that. And that's very rare. Only people like Dillinger, Fresh, I can't even say more than that. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's wicked to hear.
You know, if you got a Twisted Individual, I mean, like, at some point or another, these people have had more than 5 tunes in my box, and you're actually there now. Total Science is another outfit that's kind of doing that at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
No, that's wicked.
No, thank you, because you're helping me make some paper out here, dog.
Well, you know, it was like, from listening to you back in the day, like even before I started making music, when I was 17, I was going out listening to you and Fabs. And you know, you guys played my first tune, so
right.
It's just nice to come back and
let's touch on that briefly. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's touch on that. I mean, like, to people that don't know who Blame is or where Blame come from, you know, give them a bit of your history, like back from the Moving Shadow days.
Yeah, well, I started off in about 1990 when I was like 17. I'm showing my age a bit now, so yeah, hopefully no one can work that one out. But you know, I started back in them times.
I remember you used to be with a guy called Justice.
Yeah, that's it, Justice. Yeah. I saw old Tell your mate the other day as well. Yeah, big shout to Tell.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, I talk to Luton Tell all the time, you know. I still keep in contact with Tell. That is one face that, you know, just never going to come out of my life because he's such a good guy. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
always there, man.
Such a good guy, man. But he's been out in Tenerife or somewhere like that, selling timeshare and all that, making his day. So yeah, you know, Luton Tell.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so like you was back with, how did you link up with Justice back then?
Well, me and Justice were kind of, we both went to college together, and it was like a little work experience he had. And it was, he was doing like a media studies course, and they said, oh, you know, do you want to do some work experience in a studio? Yeah. He dragged me along. We was in there, it was like, well, this is it. This is what's happening. And then it was like we both like chipped our money together. You know, about I think it was $7.50 an hour we had to get together then, which was like big paper.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, for the studio thing, yeah.
That's it. And went there, you know, come up with a little track. I don't know if you remember Chill Records.
Chill. Yeah. Was that you? Yeah.
Yeah, me and Justice.
What, with the orange writing and all that.
That's it. I
can't believe that.
Yeah, that was me.
Didn't you have that some massive hit on there one time? What's that? Hold on a second. You had some big tunes on there.
We had a track called Death Row on there, which was the old Public Enemy sample. And then
I didn't realise that was your label.
Well, no, it wasn't my label. It was just, that was a label out of Luton.
Oh, right, that you was dealing with, yeah?
So, yeah, we gave them that, and as usual, you get robbed on your first release.
Well, standard.
I think I earned £20 out of it.
That's good.
So, yeah. Most people don't know.
Better than a smack in the teeth.
That's it. So after that, basically, I started, you know, getting the buzz and the flavour for it, saving up a bit of money, going in the studio, and the next thing I come out with, in 4 hours, I come out of Music Takes You.
Oh, okay, and that was like one of your biggest tunes back then.
I've never been able to recapture them sales.
Really, yeah?
that was
massive, yeah?
That was beginner's luck. I mean, it was in the top 40.
Oh, my days.
Number one in the dance
I remember.
I didn't know what was going on. I was 17.
Oh, okay, so you're just rolling out, basically. You're just like a young guy hyped up, rolling out with some tunes.
All I know was I had a lot of friends and a lot of late nights down Ritzy's. You know, them Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays,
Sundays. What, swinging a champagne bottle? What's all that about?
It was crazy. And then one day I went to my bank account and thought, oh dear, mate, where's it all gone? And realised I didn't make another tune and thought, this music game, you got to take a bit more serious. Yeah. So I had good fun. I was 17, enjoying myself, made a big track. Yeah. But yeah, it's all good, you know.
So things kind of moved along, and you joined Good Looking Records along the line, and you came out of there and started your own label, 720.
That's it. Started 720. I wanted to put, you know, my own flavour of what I was doing. You know, because I felt that there's always a gap in the drum and bass field for something a bit different. Always.
So,
you know, I've been doing my thing, and then I hooked up with Swift. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was a good little link up.
Oh, without a doubt, man.
Because, you know, how much I've learned as a DJ just from like...
Both of you are going to learn from each other. You know, there's a lot of talent there. Of course, you're going to learn from each other, man. It can only make you better.
I think, you know, it's helped us both, and we've really taken both our sounds a lot further. Yeah, and here I am.
As for professionalism, I mean, like, I know Swift, when it comes to tunes, he locks it down. He doesn't mess about. He locks it down immediately. He's in the studio. He's coming out with a tune by the end of the day.
That's the thing is, I can't work how Swift works. He'll come home from a club 6, 7, 8 a.m. He'll be in the studio for like 10 hours.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, even if I've got an idea, I think, you know what, I need to go to bed, relax, wake up, and then think, he's there working.
Yeah, no, that's one hard-working dude, man.
7 days a week.
No doubt. So, like... You got an album coming up.
That's it, the turning point, and I don't want you taking any royalties off this one.
It's all right, man. Just send me the tunes. As long as you send me the tunes, I'll be all right with it.
That's it. It was after speaking to you, actually. You know, I spoke to you last year. Yeah. And you were like, why don't you put an album out? And I was like, hold on a minute, I've got a whole load of tunes here.
You've got so many tunes, Conor.
You know, all on the boil, so why not put it together? But like I said, there's no royalties coming your way.
No 20%?
No.
I was looking for a 20.
That's it.
No, it's
we'll
all
negotiate
good.
later on.
It's all good. Let's just make it a hit album first. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hope
we can talk about royalties after. Yeah. But I can see you don't want to bring no royalties. You brought the fridge with you tonight.
That's it. I brought the P, the man Pedge. Shout out to Pedge over here.
Right, no doubt. So, hey Pedge, what's going on with you in the tunes, dog?
Right.
Come in quickly.
Yeah, what's happening, Groove?
What's happening, Pedro, man? How you been, man?
Yeah,
you don't know this is DJ Pedge. So what's been happening, man?
Oh, not a lot. Just been trying to keep busy doing the things with Blame and set the studio up indoors. So I'm cracking on with it, banging my head against a brick wall at the moment. But I'm getting there, you know what I mean?
So you two obviously making a few tunes together because you made the one cruncher. Please tell me, what is the name of that tune?
Daredevil. And the other side was Redemption, which you...
Both sides, oh my days, Redemption, that little stabby... Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You lot are taking me back. You know what I like? And I was saying this like earlier on to Mike. What I like is like finding a white label, playing it and not knowing what the hell it is, and just like rolling it out and just saying, yeah, this is a smacker. And because I had no idea it was you two. I got to be honest with you, I was playing the tune for 2 months. I didn't know it was you two, and I found, and then somebody sent me another copy, and I read the actual paper, and I thought, right, it's you two. I couldn't believe it, mate. KOTP, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Well, I could believe it. Do you get what I'm saying? But I just didn't know. So it's one of those things that excites you as a you know about that.
Yeah.
You know, finding the tune.
It's like the old school vibes, going to a shop, getting a white label.
That's what I'm talking. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And you know, the MP3 market could never do that.
Nah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And so
right.
that's what's kind of missing out of certain things right now. But you know, I'm so happy when that does happen. So like,
wicked.
Well, we've got to try and fire these things over, you know. Yeah. You're always in the main frame when we do a tune.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But right, so comrade, we're going to go in the mix with you right now.
Yep, that's it.
What are you going to be playing for us?
Basically, I'm just going to play a few new things. Some of the stuff coming from the Turning Point album that I'm putting out in mid-April time.
Oh, yeah.
A few new things on 720, a couple of things from Swift's album, Music Forever.
Yeah.
Just going to have a little mix-up and see what comes out, basically.
Right, so is Mike D got your tune to kick it off, or are we going to roll out?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're all right. But you can roll it.
Yeah.
Come through, comrade.
No problem.
So we're going to have Blame in the mix for the next half hour or so. Stay tuned, Radio 1, Rider Radio.
You're listening to the Groove Rider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM.
Listening to Blame in the Mix right here on Rider Radio on Radio 1. You're listening to Blame in the Mix here on Rider Radio, on Radio 1 between 97 and 99 FM.
Wheel up, bring it back on, rewind that Grooverider.
Blame, I'm sorry, I just had to take that sort of liberty and stop your tune. I've never ever done something like that before, but you know what? Just one of those things. Live with it. Rider Radio here on Radio 1 with Blame in the Mix. I don't business if you brought the William Perry lookalike with you. I don't business. It's my show. Blame in the Mix rolling out.
shadows of technology.
Grooverider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM. Beats, bass and culture. BBC Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC
On V Recordings, we play Artificial Intelligence. See the eyebrow lift there, Jess, when I said that. But, we play Through the Gate. We love that tune. Now, they got a hot tune on the road right now. It's called Bloodlines. And I think we're going to have to draw that out. I'm trying to hold it down, but it's so hard to hold back, man. So we're going to get Bloodlines on in about 10 minutes or so. If you've never heard it before, make sure you keep your ear to the radio. It's big. So we've got to say many thanks to Blaine for passing through tonight. It's not easy being such a busy person and, you know, trying to work time in the middle of the Friday night to come and see us. So respect you and thank you, Blaine. Now, if you want to know what Blaine played, as we said at the top of it, check the Radio 1 website. bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. We provide all the information you need. Well, all of the information we want you to know, basically. That means the specials are left off the list. Standard. So we're going to do a little competition. We're going to be giving away 5 signed copies of Blaine's new LP, The Turning Point. Currently being pressed as we speak. Imagine that. That's fresh. Now all you have to do is answer this simple question. What is the name of Blaine's latest 12, which has recently been in our Vinyl Killers chart? So what is the name of Blaine's latest 12, which has recently been in our Vinyl Killers chart? Send your answers to grooverider@bbc.co.uk, mark the subject Blaine, or you could text me on 81199. So once again, thanks to Blaine for coming down and mixing down the place. Try to steal my show again. Come with the henchman, the whole thing.
Beat, space and culture. Groove rider.
rather being the dark, being ignorant of what's going on, and therefore having an excuse to do nothing about it, so their lives can just tick along as normal, than to actually know what's going on, and therefore have to face a very different world to the one they thought they were living in.
Now, I warned you about the Bloodlines. The new single from Artificial Intelligence. I love this. It's a Rider power play. If a Rider had the power play. Can't leave it alone. Glenn Gambit. AI. Artificial Intelligence.
Goes under the name of the Illuminati, the Illuminated One.
See the listings for the tracks.
For me, we have got to realise that negative remains negative until you shout like one. And negative works most effectively in secret.
Drum and bass on the BBC, giving it up to new talent.
I'm a hardback Gary man, all right?